And this should be the beginning of episode 2. This is our current task progress. Now, I do have a small amendment to make. Somewhere in the passive tab here is the weather radio, which I did receive, and I forgot that I received it. So here it is. There you go. I have marked it off. So let's go to the dashboard, and let's generate a new task. Ah, good. Simple task. Get iron armor. Time to go mining. So on a side note, it's going to take me 225 iron ore in order to make the iron armor. So that's how much I'm going to be collecting. I've put it in my 6th slot of my hotbar here, so you can see it at all points in time while I am mining. Found this little house here, which will be helpful when I get to open my frozen chests, or the ice chest. But for now I can't, so just collect an iron. Also, there was a pressure plate. That was hooked up to nothing, and there's another one down there. Neat. So we have now made our full iron armor. Let's go ahead and complete the first task of this episode. Putting us now at 11 in the basic progress, so that's great. Let's go ahead and get a new task. Oh, okay. Easy enough. Back to the mines. Gotta get enough copper for a axe. That right there's a depth meter. That is very cool. It also gives mana, so I should equip it right now. Very good. With that, we can head to our passive tab and mark off a depth meter, which is somewhere here. Is it not? Ah, it's here. I don't know why that's here, but there we go. It's marked off. So we now have a whole % in the easy tier. Woo! And again, a life. And with that, we now have the 225 iron ore we need, and we even have some to spare, which is great. Also, there's a minecart system down here that I haven't explored, so that's cool. Anyways, back to the surface. It's a good thing I got that extra bit because I forgot that I needed to make an anvil. Alright, so let's go ahead and make our 2 armor here. 1 helmet. 1 chainmail. And 1 greaves. And there we go. We have a full set of iron armor, which we are going to put on. And then that is going to be a task completed. So generating a new task here, and our new task is to get lead armor. Alright, so it took about 5 worlds of generation, but I finally found a world that has lead. Now, in order to get lead armor, just like we did iron armor, we need to find the exact same amount, 225. So in order to get 225 lead, we're gonna have to go down deep into the core of the earth. Finally found a fucking good vein of lead. It's been a really long while since I've mined a reasonable amount of lead. This task has taken a surprisingly long amount of time. Damn. Oh, this might be the vein that does it. I might get my 225 right here and be done. No. But here it is. This is finally the vein. That does it for me. Alright, so back here we can finally complete this task by crafting ourselves some lead bars. And then making ourselves some lead armor with the anvil. 1 helmet, 1 chainmail, and 1 greaves. Now, are these better or the same? Lead armor is better than iron armor. Now rocking that 11 defense. Perfect. So this will be another task completed for us. Let's see what our next task will be. Oh, okay. Time to get ourselves some cactus equipment. Oh, and there's something new and very useful. A menacing shackle. Oh, baby. Let's go mark that off the passive task list. Turns out, getting the shackle is actually a basic task. Which is great, because we got a task that could be really annoying out of the way. Yeah, and that's going to help our basic completion percentage go up. And it's really good for us. Yay. Okay. I now have more than enough cactus, but I'm just going to replant it to let it grow, you know? I actually don't know if they grow this close to each other. Probably not. They probably need to be separated. I will separate them just because I'm not sure on the growing rules of cactus. Good enough. Let's see if any of that grows. If it doesn't, then whatever, I guess. So now we can craft ourselves a cactus sword, which is murderous, and a cactus pickaxe, which is technically better, but not by much. Woohoo! Let's go mark these off the list. So going ahead and completing that task there. 20%. Let's go ahead and generate a new task. Get white string. This should not take very long. So in order for us to make white string, I already made it by the way, and it's angry, and that's really good. I had to make a sawmill and a loom so that I could make the white string with some cobweb. But second I made a bed so that I can reset my spawn point so that I no longer destroy my world when I spawn in. Anyways, that task is now complete. That was a very quick and easy one. So let's go ahead and get our next task. Ooh, Shadewood armor. This should be a fairly simple but fun one. Okay, so we are here on our lead world. The world in which we found lead, as you can see by this map. We are here because to get shade armor, we need to be in a crimson world. And our world is not a crimson world. Our world is a corrupt world. So now, that's gone. So now that we are in a crimson world, we can cut down shade trees and get shade wood. So in order to get the shade wood armor, we need to cut down 75 wood, which is not too much. It's very doable. Should only be a handful of trees. Okay. So after traveling all the way to the opposite side of the world, and not once in here did I find a crimson biome, I then decided to check out the other side of the world, where I finally found one, which is where I am. So this has taken a heck of a lot longer than I thought it would. Let's just get our 75 wood and get out of here. Okay, let's quickly get out of here. That's good enough. Okay, so back here, we can finally craft ourselves the shade wood armor that we are so desiring. And there we go, we have the full shade wood set, which can just go right here in this chest, since it's of no use to us. And with that, we have completed a task. We're now a fourth of the way through the basic task. Let's get our next task. Alright, get 3 unique surface loot items. So for surface loot items, there are only a few options that we have to obtain. And surface loot chests are ones like this, right here, which I will finally get to open and remove. This world doesn't actually have any visible ones besides this one. There might be some off in this direction, but I'm really not interested in exploring that right now. So what we're going to do is the list of items I can obtain right now are on screen. And hopefully this has one of them. And if it doesn't, whatever. We're going to continue forward. And if it does, awesome. So first, there you go. We got an umbrella. 1 down. Sure. Don't really care about grenades. But yeah. Now we can pick this chest up for later. So now we return to the world in which I found lead. And with any luck, we can find ourselves a few chests. And I know there's one here, which does not have any uniques in it. Those for sure. Bottles are nice. Don't really need throwing knives. So other chests we could get. There's one here. 2 there, in fact. Those would be good to get. I didn't see any more this way, but if I look the other way, didn't really see any others, so we'll just start with those 2. Hopefully we get 2 items, 1 from each. This had a disappointing amount of things in it. This, on the other hand, has the Wild Guide to Plant Fiber Cordage, whatever that is. Gotta get moving. Leave me alone. Alright, that should be it for this world. So let's go ahead and make a new world. So this is the first world we've generated after visiting the other world. Hopefully we get one more thing out of this world, because then we can be done. And here's another chest that has nothing in it. Disappointing. Hopefully this is the surface chest that does it. Ah, duplicate. Oh, that's rough. While I'm here, I'm gonna get up there and try to kill Dr. Bones because... yeah. What the heck? Did I drown? Is that what happened? That's upsetting. Alright, well, after that death, I just moved on to a new world to hopefully quickly find a third and final unique loot item. Unique surface loot item. So in this world, I found something pretty unique. Which unfortunately I can't check out right now, but later. Much later. Let's go back to the beginning of the world since I ran all the way to the end of the world without finding a surface chest and see what the other side has to offer. Alright, this is the third world I've made in the hunt for surface chests, and we immediately find one, and it has a boomerang. Which means that this task is completed. So with this task done, we can finally hit this complete task button. And that will be it for this episode. So let's see what we have to do when we come back. Alright, so when we come back, we're going to have 5 fishing quests to complete.